Well, good morning. Hello, Jane in Wollongong. How you doing? Who else we got there? Hello, Cheryl up in Virginia, USA. Good to see you. We've got, who we got here? Hello, Heidi in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. How about that? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Dawn, thank you so much for leaving that lovely review. I do appreciate it. Hi, Dee. Hi, Kate. Hi, Louise in Michigan, in Holly. Oh, goodness me, I recognize you very well. Hi, Carla, Danny. Who else we got there? Jason, good to see you. Kathy, welcome. We are starting very soon. I've got people all lined up to talk to you. G'day, Danny. Thank you very much for joining us. I am your tour guide for today. My name is Richard Jeffrey, for those of you who are new. If you haven't yet followed me, please do that. I think I've got about 360 now. I'm doing all right. So let's see if we can make it 400 before the end of next month. Hi, Jason in Perth. All right. We are at the dog park. I'm going to give you a quick spin around. We're ready to start. And I'm going to show you where we are and what we are doing. I brought you to the... I said I'd get you some dogs to look at. And there you are. First of all, let me tell you where we are. We are at the... Can you hear me all right, by the way? I hope you can. We are at the Unedited Dog Park, which is at the southern end of Pittwater. You've all seen Pittwater by now, most of you, because we've been on several tours there. This time, normally we're at the north end of the park. Today we're at the south end of the park, and at south end of the Pittwater. And we are... hi, David. Good to see you, David. Thank you so much for that review, David. I do appreciate it. Yes, indeed, we're at Unedited Park, which is at the south end of Pittwater. It's a most beautiful day. We are about 35 kilometres north of Sydney, Central Business District, and we are on the land of the Garigal people, the Aboriginal people who've lived here for many thousands of years. They are the traditional owners of this land, and we pay respects to them. I want to introduce you to a few people who are with me here today. And we're very lucky to have them here. I'll go around one by one. How are you? That's my dog there. I'm currently streaming to the world, so if you forgive me. So let me introduce you to my friend Steve. He is my good mate, and I'm going to point the camera at him. There's Steve. Wait a minute. There you are. Say hello.
How are we going?
That is Steve. Steve is... you've met... Some of you who came on the Vivid tour met Steve before.
That's right.
And he's come back again because he also has a dog called Rosie.
And I kept Richie out the pubs, you might recall.
Thanks, Steve. Thanks for telling them that. So, yeah, that's Steve. He's from Barrie in South Wales. And by coincidence, the first lady we met with the dog here is also from Barrie in South Wales. So we're going to talk to her in a minute. Have a look at Rosie, first of all. I'll ask you to Gloria in Southampton, North Carolina. Pick her up and let's have a look at her. She doesn't... There we are. See, he's got excellent control of his dog. The dog obeys everything he says. So what sort of dog is she, Steve?
She's a Jack Russell, around about 8-9 years old. It's our second Jack Russell, but what's really weird, the other one was mad as a hatter. This one is so placid. It's like she's on Valium. Complete opposite characters, and I guess in hindsight you kind of want that. You wouldn't want the same dog, but yeah, no, she's been a beautiful dog.
Can you only show it? She's down there on the ground. That's now.
Up you get, Bailey.
There we are. That's Rosie.
Say hello, Rose.
And Steve.
Up you get, Bailey. Good boy.
There we are. Thank you, Steve. All right, now going to introduce Cara, wasn't it?
Rebecca.
I'm talking to her. This is Rebecca. Rebecca.
I told you a Karen. That is
Rebecca lives here.
No one wants to be known as a Karen.
And Rebecca. No, I didn't call you Karen, did I?
You can actually try out a name if you want.
I think I said Cara. Anyway, excuse me.
Cara's not bad.
So say hello to Rebecca.
Hi.
Rebecca is also from South Wales, believe it or not, by coincidence. His mate used to own one called Fergie. Okay, well, there you are. Would you tell us a little about your dogs, Rebecca?
Well, I have a dog walking business. So today I've got Indy. She's a little spoodle. Indy, it's okay. Come. Good. Sit. Good girl. That's Indy. And then we've got Bailey. Oh, there's Teddy. All my dogs are everywhere. Teddy's taking a poo.
We won't bother Teddy for the moment. And are these your dogs too?
They're not with me.
No, they're not with you. We'll talk about them later.
There's Freddie, the retriever. And then another two that don't know, to be honest.
I'm just spinning around.
I think Bailey went down to the water, to be honest.
Okay, well, we're going to walk down to the water shortly. And we also have a lady here called Tracy.
Hi.
There's Tracy.
How are you?
And Tracy is another dog walker down here. Tell us what a beautiful park this is, Tracy.
Oh my gosh, this is like paradise. And when you head over that way, sometimes when I bring friends here from, interstate or whatever, and they look at this park and they go, "This is your dog park?" So when you see the water over there, it's just beautiful. And some days we find jellyfish, sometimes we find starfish. My dog this is Buddy. This is my dog down here. Buddy, come.
And tell me what you like about Buddy. What's so special about Buddy?
So I grew up with golden retrievers, and we call Buddy the adventure dog or the seal because he just loves swimming so much. And so I actually specifically just look after golden retrievers. That's my specialty. I'm really into dogs that love swimming and just quite active, and there's a lot around here, a lot of goldies, so it's a pretty good job.
Excellent.
Hang out with goldies every day, and when we have new ones come home, the kids are always excited to meet a new golden retriever.
And it seems that a lot of the dogs are heading in this direction when they arrive. They seem to know you. Is that right? I mean, look at how many dogs we've got here now.
We get to know everyone by their dog's name.
Do you?
None of us know each other's names.
All right.
Just our dog names.
Thank you, Tracy. That's wonderful. Now, can I introduce you to this gentleman with a wonderful beard?
I'm also from South Wales.
You are broadcasting to the world now, you understand, and what an impressive beard that is.
Welcome to the Bayview Dog Park.
And you are the keeper of the park, I believe.
No, I'm not, but I do get assumed that it may be the case.
You spend a lot of time down here.
Well, I do look homeless occasionally. So,
no, well, you look extremely well turned out, sir. Extremely well. Do you have your own dog?
I do. This is Merlin over here. Merlin. Not that he's going to be that big. Oh, here he comes. Merlin. No, there. This one. What's interesting here, Steve, is if you can actually. I missed your name. Steve,
Richard. Yes.
Oh, it's only because you called her Karen before.
Yes, that's all right. Thank you.
What's good is if you try and compare a dog with their owner and see how comparative they look together, it's quite an interesting thing down here. I'm sure you'll be amazed. But so there's old mate there.
Yes.
He's a Wolfhound Cross Dane, and he's still a puppy.
Can you get him over?
Yeah, Merlin.
Merlin, what a wonderful name. A Welsh wizard.
Merlin. Obedience is a very important thing, I think.
This beautiful dog here, I've taken this because she came to me when we arrived.
Billy, that's Billy.
Billy. Where's Merlin?
Here he is.
Well, he looks like a Merlin. He looks like a Welsh wizard.
He does.
He does.
Doesn't he?
Are you Welsh as well?
Oh, no, New South Wales. So South Wales to New South Wales.
Oh, that's close enough. So I'm just going to... So here we are. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you, Richard.
Thank you.
Talk to everyone. See you later.
They're waving back. Trust me. They're waving back. So they're very, very happy there. Let me just go back to me for a minute. So you've got to meet a few of the locals. We're going to have a talk to plenty more if Steve's doing his job properly. We're going to go for a walk across to the water, and then we'll go out onto the spit. This is a most beautiful place to have a dog park. I've lost my companion now. Where's Steve gone? You'll find me. Let's go and have a look at the water over here. We are, as I said, we are at the south end. He's just a true Welsh. He's from South Wales. Sorry if I'm not saying hello to everybody who arrives. I haven't got my glasses on today, and the sun's very bright. I can see that Ronnie's here. Hello, Ronnie, Judy, Alexis in Dallas. Good to see you. So we're going to wander over here and look out towards the Pittwater. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
How are you?
Well, thank you.
And looking over there to the left, well, in fact, straight in front of us now, that's an island. That's called Scotland Island. It is an island. People live on it, and people go there back and forth by boat to Church Point from there. The area to my left is called Bayview, which is a very desirable residential area. And as you can see, yachting is one of the number one occupations around here. There are many yachts moored out there all the way through. Behind Scotland Island there, I'll just get a better look at it. You can see that is part of the Ku-ring-gai National Park, which I often mention. The Ku-ring-gai National Park up there, which stretches all the way up to West Head, which you're probably, if you've been on my tours, you're familiar with, because we've had a look at it a number of times. So I'm going to walk along a bit further and find a posse where we can see the dogs. Bring back a bit. Can you round some more people up? We'll go and park down the end there. There's a seat down there. So, yeah.
The blue car at the end.
Yeah.
He's walking there with the bag.
Yes.
He lives here.
I was talking to him
And
before.
looks after the park.
Yeah. I had
said to him, he said, "Yeah, turn pop over."
No, I've had a chat with him.
Ah.
Was he the guy with the beard?
No.
Oh, another guy. Oh, we'll talk to him. All right. So, yes, Steve and I are walking down towards a spot that I think would be a good place to camp for a while. You can see we've got lovely little beaches along here, little small beaches.
I got something to say.
Yeah, okay, let me just go back to Steve. He wants to tell us a little bit. There he is.
This boat here, the light blue boat, see the square one?
Yeah.
Want to show them?
Yeah, let's go around to it. The one there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
with the blue hull.
Yeah. So
that one there.
So that used to be known as Spinners on the Water, a restaurant.
Oh yes.
And I took my mum and dad and my wife to Spinners on Valentine's Day, this one particular night.
Yes.
And it was one of those all-you-can-eat, all-you-can-drink affairs.
Okay.
And there was all these young romantic couples with candlelight
Yes.
and violins playing. and I must say, myself and my wife and my mum and dad, we totally embarrassed ourselves with the all-you-can-eat, all-you-can-drink.
Did you use that boat to go to the restaurant? You didn't.
No. You sail around and
you're on the boat.
Dinner on the boat.
Oh right.
Yeah. So
well,
it's like
how
a Valentine's dinner. So, yeah,
how about
fantastic.
there?
Yeah.
Somebody's here saying, okay, it's a dog park, but I saw a sign saying no dogs allowed.
Oh, that's on the
Yeah, okay. Okay. Thank you, Steve, for report. That's the reserve area. What that means, you see the area like this here. It's a good question, where they've planted a number of ferns and grasses. The reason for those are to hold the sand together. and to stop it from slipping. So obviously we don't want people walking in those areas, but it's just the strips of grass that you can see. The sand itself, the beach itself, you can walk on.
You're okay to go down here?
Yes, that's typical of most of the beaches around here. They have protected areas of sand dunes where people are asked not to walk, and dogs are encouraged not to go into. But for places like where we are now, perfectly fine for dogs. Yeah. Okay, we're going to have a look at Rosie getting a stick. There we are. Rosie is not a good fetcher. The big square jet boat. No, the restaurant. You're not talking about that big square houseboat, are you, Steve? No, you're talking about the one next to it.
The blue one.
Yeah, the blue hull.
Yeah, there's Rosie coming back. Oh, for another story.
That one there.
Yeah.
That one right in the middle there. That's the one he's talking about. Doesn't look big enough to be a restaurant.
This one, the square one.
Oh, that one.
Yes.
Oh, that's one. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. He's not very good at explaining things, Steve. That is the one. That is the one he's talking about.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It's not blue, is it? It's a sort of an aqua.
Well, aqua, yeah.
It's not really blue.
But they had tables on the top.
Yeah, I can see what you're looking at now.
Tables inside.
All right, we've organised it, guys.
Yeah.
I asked him if it was the one with the blue hull, which is next to it. So there we are.
Does anybody remember Chris Patton? So
Chris Patton was the Hong Kong chief minister, I think his title was.
Yeah. Anyway, so he was on it once.
All right.
He was out on holiday and he had dinner there.
All right.
There's a little plaque there with Chris.
All right. Anyway, Steve's got another story for you.
Another story. So Rosie, the tide was higher, and we threw a stick out far, and she swam out. And you see these two rocks here.
Yes.
As she's coming in, so she decided to go through the rocks. And the next thing you know, she gets caught in the waves dropped, and she's stuck in midair between those two rocks.
Is that right, Rosie? You got stuck between the rocks. You've been eating too much pudding, haven't you?
I'll see if I can find the picture.
Oh, we got a picture of it. Well, if you send that, if you drop that to me, I can show them.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, let's keep walking. So yeah, we're looking at the pit water, the upper reaches of the pit water. By the way, folks, if you have any questions for me, anything you want to ask me, please go ahead. I'd love to answer your questions. And for those of you who may not have been on tours with me before, please follow me. I'd appreciate it. Carla thinks you're telling stories about Rosie. It's not fair. Just because she's put on a little bit of weight. Thank you so much, Laurie. Thank you for following me. So yes, here we are. For those who've just arrived, we're at Bayview on the beautiful Pittwater Harbour. We are at the dog park, and we've already met a number of dogs, and we're going to see if we can find a few more if Steve's doing his job properly. They think Rosie's a little chunky, Steve.
Yeah, she does like the tucker.
She likes the tucker. She likes other people's tucker as well, I believe, from what I remember. All right, so please ask me any questions you've got. Cover your ears, Rosie. Poor little Rosie. What are they saying about you, Rosie? All right, let's wander along here a bit. Now, I don't want to build your hopes. When I was here 2 days ago, there was actually some seals here. They were quite happily swimming just off the coastline, but I can't see them. Seals don't necessarily stick around for too long. Let's wander back onto the park itself. I actually think I'm in an area I'm not supposed to be in. Step over here. There we are. And we're going to thank you, Laurie. I hope to see you here again soon as well. We do this tour, probably do this tour again in about a month. So this is what probably makes the dog park particularly interesting. We have a sand spit. As you can see, this is where a lot of the dogs love to play. They can swim, and the spit, the amount of spit depends on the height of the tide. Sometimes that's completely covered by the tide, but right now we've got a lot of sand, and people are taking their dogs. The dogs love going into the water, and they love enjoying the company of the other dogs as well. And here's a lovely hello, Alsatian. Hello. Oh, you've got a lovely Alsatian dog. Hello. I'm actually streaming to the world at the moment. There's about 90 people listening to us right now. Is that your dog? Do you mind being filmed? It doesn't go on YouTube or anything like that. What was your name?
Jackie.
This is Jackie, ladies and gentlemen. Jackie has a beautiful Alsatian that looks a little bit concerned. It's just being protective, I suppose.
Excited.
Oh, excited with all the other dogs. And how old is your dog?
She's 3.
3. What's her name?
Tata.
Huh?
Tata.
Tata. That's Tata down there. And the little boy,
This is Liam.
Batman. Hello, Liam. He's got too much excitement going on. Tata is very excited about being at the park.
He is. Loves people, loves dogs.
And is looking after the little boy as well.
Way.
Good stuff. Okay. Thank you very much. Bye. We've lost Steve again. Goodness knows where he's got to. Take you out onto the deck here. It's a beautiful winter's day today. My sister's, yeah. It's a beautiful winter's day. There's Rosie and Steve arriving now, just coming around the tree. The water, yes, we've had some fairly brown water the last few weeks because of all the flooding. They think Rosie's giving you a talking to for not keeping up with me.
I couldn't find the picture.
Oh, you couldn't find the picture?
Can you send it to
Yes,
me later?
Steve's got a picture of the Rosie climbing through that hole in the rocks. I'll post it on the Facebook page so you can have a look at it. It should be a good one.
Hey, to the sandbar?
Yeah, we're going to go to the sandbar. Just over the water there, we're looking in the direction of Steve's house, actually, because next to Steve's house is the wonderful Newport Arms, which is the favourite watering hole of most of the people in this area. You can just see it there through the trees. It's a wonderful. If ever you come to this part of the world, it's the most wonderful place to sit on the deck there and have a drink.
Now that's Bushrangers Hill.
Yes.
And so I live just down the bottom of the hill.
So Steve lives in that direction. I got my directions right. That's Bushrangers Hill. And I'm going to tell Steve something he probably doesn't know now. But that point just over there, looking in that direction, that was called Haystack Point. And it was called Haystack Point because back in the 1880s, when there was huge floods here, rather similar to the ones we had recently, a complete haystack washed down the river and ended up sitting on that point, a full-size haystack. So they called it Haystack Point. There we go, a little bit of trivia for you. Haystack Point over there. Okay, let's go down and see if we can talk to some more dog owners. Yeah, remember that? Yeah. You only had one instruction.
Regarding the sandbar.
Yep.
This is where I do my walking on water trick. So when the tide is up, it covers the sandbar.
Yes.
But you can still walk out.
Yes.
And it looks like you're walking on water.
Look, Steve could probably walk on water anyway, but it's in that case it's a trick. Come on, talk to you. Hello. Now this lovely Alsatian has got himself a ball and wants somebody to throw it.
My friend is he's on a hay go tour. I've never heard of it. He's got like about 150 people around the world. And he's doing a tour of the Dogpark. And he's interested in speaking with dog owners. Would you like to just say a few words?
Not really. I'm a bit shy.
Yeah, no worries.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
It's a beautiful dog park, isn't it?
Oh, sure. We used to have another one.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly the same as
Here we are. We've got a lovely Labrador down here.
All right, I'll carry on throwing boxes for the dog. All right.
And Labradors love retrieving.
Okay, no, that sounds
Here we are.
doing anything on Saturday morning. Okay, love. Okay, bye.
Here we go. And up there in the sky, we didn't see any cockatoos the other day, but there's some cockatoos flying over there now. Just heading out to the right of that tree, enjoying. Hello.
That's exciting.
Hello. And what a lovely T-shirt she's got on. We're broadcasting to people around the world right at this moment.
Oh,
This doesn't go on YouTube or anything
Yeah.
like that. But we're showing today. I brought them to the dog park so you can see it. There are people everywhere. Would you mind talking about your dogs a little bit? I mean, well, this lovely lady here. What's your name, please?
I'm Anne.
This is Anne. What a lovely T-shirt she's got on. Look at that.
That's from a
Sorry, I'm late. I
dear
saw a
friend for
dog.
my birthday.
I think
They know me
she.
well.
I think they're saying they love your shirt. Okay, I can see what they're sending back to me.
Oh, okay.
So Anne, you said?
Anne.
Tell us a bit about your dogs, Anne, would you?
I have a beautiful golden retriever who used to be an old stud dog, so he's got lots and lots of puppies. Father's Day's a nightmare for him. And then I've got my son's beautiful golden retriever as well. So he's working, and so I've got his little puppy.
And what's the
Oatley.
golden retriever's name?
So I've got Oatley, who's the little young one. He's only a year old. And
Yeah.
The old stud is Bundy. Bundy.
What a great
There's
job.
Bundy coming.
Oh, he used to sit at home when I was at work, and the neighbours would phone me up and say, "Have you any idea what's happening in your backyard?"
Was he a stud the old-fashioned way, or was he a stud? It was the old-fashioned way.
Yes, he was.
There we are. I'm getting lots of love hearts coming up now on the screen.
Yes, he was very good with the girls, they said.
Apparently,
When I was about 18, I used to be a stud.
very good with the girls. Yeah. On a pair of jeans. On a pair of jeans.
My dream.
I know,
Yeah.
that's what Bundy says as well. He says,
Oh, they want to have a closer look at your top. I'm sorry, Anne.
okay.
There you are. There it says, "Sorry, I'm late. I saw a dog." Sorry, I'm late. I saw a dog. Is that all right, Danny? Have you had a look at that one now? Happy with that? There we go. Thank you so much, Anne. There we are. So that's Anne and her beautiful Labradors.
Golden retrievers.
Golden Retrievers. Sorry, what am I talking about?
Golden retrievers.
Golden Retrievers. Silly me. All right, thank you.
It's a lot of fun that you're doing.
Oh, Louise said that's you when she sees a cat.
She's what?
She does the same as you when she sees a cat.
Oh, does she? Oh, good.
Yeah.
She's cat food.
All right, mate. Let's keep going. Thank you, Anne.
Have a good one.
All right, we're walking out onto the spit. Okay. Okay, mate. Well, we're going to say goodbye to Steve now. We won't see Steve for a while. Stay up because I'm taking a film of you, Steve. Steve's heading off to Europe in a couple of weeks' time for
week Tuesday.
2 months.
Yeah.
So he's off on a long vacation, and we want to wish him all the best. I won't miss him. He's always trouble when he's around. Oh, I may miss him a bit, but I'll still beat him with friends when he's away overseas. And so Steve's heading off. When are you going? 7th. I'll probably see you.
Tuesday, which is
I'll,
the 9th.
I'll see you
I'll be
before
back
then.
in October.
Yeah.
So for all my fans out there, I'll see you in the Australian spring.
Oh, goodness me. They're saying safe travels.
All right. Okay.
He has a very high opinion of himself, does Steve. All right.
Folks.
Cheers,
See
mate.
you later. See you, Rich.
See you, mate. Thanks a lot. See ya. All right, let's keep walking out to the point. That was Steve. He had to go. He had an appointment at 9:45. There's quite a few dog walkers down here doing the thing first thing in the morning. Look at this lovely dog. Wants a ball thrown. Sorry, Gloria, I don't know what. And a lovely little puppy there with a coat on. By the way, folks, if you haven't yet followed me, please do that. I'd appreciate it. And if you have any, don't forget to leave a review. And of course, if you feel unable to leave any tips, I would appreciate it. All my tips go to a local charity. There's a border collie going over to say hello. Hello, mate. How are you? And an Irish Terrier, I think. Hello. There we are. Love chasing the balls. This is a whippet, I think, if I'm right. Somebody there might know. I think that's called a whippet. And obviously it's a whippet that loves chasing the ball. I won't try and throw it for it because you want me to throw the ball for you. Well, I'll try. There we are. Off he goes into the water. And a beautiful husky. Look at that. Morning.
G'day.
How are you?
No.
Marty, over there. Marty.
And look at this lovely fella, the chunky dull Labrador. We'll walk right out to the point. As far as we can go. Morning. I'm streaming to people on Hago around the world, showing them the park.
Right.
And they wanted to see dogs today, so I brought them here. Would you mind just telling a bit about your dogs, if I put the camera at you? What was your name?
Hamish.
All right, I found Hamish here. There he is, out for a walk with his dogs. And Hamish will tell you a little bit about the dogs he's got, if you can round them up.
The dog, can you point? There's the dog there. The wet, sandy one.
Is that an Irish?
No, what it is, it's a German wire-haired pointer.
A German wire-haired pointer, yeah.
It's actually not full-blood. It's a bit heavier set.
Yeah.
But its mum was a full-blood, and it's a water dog. They're like a German gun dog for birds and stuff like that. A retriever, basically.
Yes.
Labs and all those sorts of dogs.
Okay.
And
you have a Welsh collie there, a border collie.
No, I've only got the one.
Oh, you only got the one.
Yeah.
Somebody else's dog paying attention. Okay. And so, how old is your dog?
Sailor's 2.
There we are.
And just sort of getting out of her puppy phase. They're fairly hard work, those dogs, when they're young. They're quite boisterous and take a lot of work, but they sort of settle down around the 2-year-old mark.
And what do you think about this place to be able to bring them?
It's a great place.
Isn't it?
Yeah, very lucky. Strange enough, Sydney, for all its waterways and parks and things, actually doesn't have many actual beaches where the dogs can come and play. So this is a good one. They're thinking at the moment, just down on the coast, a couple of kilometres away, they're thinking of starting up a dog park
on the water there, so the dogs can actually swim in the surf.
Mm-hmm.
And also at another location up at Palm
Good.
Beach, which would be great.
This is one of the few places they can play in the sand and the surf at the moment.
And dogs like this, they just crave it. I mean,
yes,
you can take them for a walk, but they want to be in the water. And most of the dogs here, even the non-water breeds, still love going in the water too. They
yes,
or playing on the sand at the very least. But
yes,
it's a great place. It's very social. You get a lot of people here.
Yes,
and
I found that very, very friendly people down here. Yeah.
Generally, the dogs are very well behaved too. There's a sort of strong etiquette here. People make sure they don't play up too much or attack each other. And
excellent.
It's a real harmonious sort of place.
Excellent. Well, Louise in Michigan is saying thank you very much. She's thoroughly enjoying what you're telling her. Right. In fact, as are they all. Alexis in Dallas. I hope you all got that. There's a gentleman here who knows. I'm sorry, I missed your name again.
Hamish.
Hamish, good Scottish name there. Hamish has given you a good account of how people think about dog parks here in this part of the world. So thank you so much, Hamish.
Yeah, cheers.
And this dog has loved digging a hole between my legs. There you are. Hello. Can I have a chat with you? I'm just, what was your name? Tracy. Tracy's the dog walker.
Yeah.
I'm broadcasting right now in real time to people around the world, mainly in North America and Canada. They can all hear what I'm saying right now.
Okay.
They can actually send you messages. So Tracy is here taking, a long message there. Tracy is there she is. And she is a dog walker. What a lovely occupation. How many dogs have you got here today, Tracy?
I'm walking 3 at the moment.
Walking 3, and what have you got here?
I have Gatsby, which is a Japanese Spitz.
Japanese?
Spitz.
Spitz, there we are. That's Japanese Spitz there with the little coat on.
Labrador.
Yeah,
Labrador.
yeah.
And then I have Obi. Obi's an Australian Kelpie. He's wearing a long lead just purely because he's new to my pack.
Right.
He's fast, so I need to... If
Yeah.
I need to catch him, I need to be...
He can be a little bit on the fast.
Yeah.
All right. And how many dogs do you normally take for a walk
4
every day?
maximum.
4 maximum.
Yeah.
And are you doing it most of the day?
Yes, it's my occupation.
It's a wonderful thing. Keep you fit and keep you healthy and keep you active. And you come to this beautiful place. What a wonderful place to be able to bring your dogs to.
Yes.
Isn't it? Absolutely wonderful. They're all pretty friendly. Yes, they are. Louise in Michigan, Holly, Michigan. She just said everybody's very friendly there. So if you give Louise a wave, she'd very much appreciate it. So thank you for that. The dogs are pretty friendly. Hamish was telling me that if there are any dogs here that are misbehaving or likely to hurt another dog, they're all very well looked after. Yeah. Gloria in southeastern North Carolina just said hello to you. She's here as well. They're all watching what you're saying. So, and you've got very workable boots there as well, Tracy, for that.
Well, it's been raining a lot.
Oh, you said, yeah.
Work through rain and sun, doesn't matter.
The ground's a bit muddy. All right, thank you so much for your time.
No worries.
Appreciate it very much.
Bye, honey.
Say goodbye, there you are. When I was down here 2 days ago checking the stream, there was a couple of seals out there.
Oh,
But they don't seem to be around today.
Seagulls.
Just seagulls, yeah. All right, thank you so much, Tracy. Have a lovely day. All right, that was Tracy and her dog. She's a dog walker. We'll sort of wander back down now. And what I'm going to do is wander back down the sand, see what other dogs we can meet and people we can meet. And then I'm going to take a bit of a walk along the creek. That's the creek over there. And we'll walk down the creek and cross the bridge, and we'll end up, as I like to do, at my favourite coffee shop nearby here. So that's the plan. It's a little bit of a walk when we go down, so stick with me if you'd like to. You're very welcome. And I'll talk about the creek as we go down. Friend. Well, people around here are very friendly. People. On the one hand, people live here because they enjoy the privacy of the area. We're away from the city and the concrete. So they do call it the Insular Peninsula. Hello, Meg. They do call it the Insular Peninsula. But at the same time, they all, as long as you respect other people, they'll respect you, and they're very friendly, very chatty. They all know each other. They come down here. In many cases, they come down here every day. Here we are. There we are, the dog's chasing the sticks. And look, he's a lovely Dalmatian. Look at the Dalmatian down there. Hello! You are beautiful. Do you see that beautiful Dalmatian? Gave me a bark and then came to say hello to me. There we are. So we've got all these lovely dogs. Some of them have got balls. They want to be chased by they want to chase the balls. Hello. I'm sorry I'm sticking a camera in your face. I'm streaming to Hago, which is an international tour company. And the people, I've got about 90 people listening to us at the moment, mostly in North America. And they wanted to see dogs, so I brought them to the dog park. Would you talk a little bit? Would you mind being on camera?
Oh, I don't really want to.
Could you just tell us about your dog?
No.
You're not? Okay. All right. There's a husky. There we are. Let's keep walking. All right. So, we'll walk back up onto the grass. Some of the dogs stay on the grass because their owners don't really want them to have the sand on them. So some of the dogs get on the water and some of the tidier ones like to stay. Some of the tidier ones like to stay on the grass. Please, if you have any questions, I'd love to answer them. I hope you're enjoying the tour. If you have anything you want to know about the area, we're looking straight down what's called McCar's Creek. Maybe that's where we're going to walk along the side of McCar's Creek now. Here's a lovely little spaniel having a sniff, as they do. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you? I'm streaming to the world right now at this very moment. I've got about 100 people listening to us all around the world, mainly in Canada and North America. Right. And they wanted to see a dog park.
There you go. Well,
so I'm here today. Would you mind telling us, do you mind being on camera?
Not really.
Here we go. What's your name?
My name's Matt.
Here's Matt, and they're all very commenting about how friendly everybody is here. Right? This is Matt, and Louise in Michigan is saying hello, and hello. Cheryl in Georgia is saying hello.
Hello.
And
it's blue skies in Sydney town for the first time in months.
There we are. That's Matt taking his dog for a walk.
Yeah,
now, can you tell us a little bit about your...
out there, but it's dried up a
yeah,
bit.
We've had a lot of rain. Tell us a little bit about your dog.
That's Everest.
Everest.
Yeah, and he's a Cocker Spaniel.
Oh, I love Cocker Spaniels. The problem with the dogs is they all come to see me, and I can't film them because they're so friendly.
Yeah, he's just had a haircut, so he looks a bit short.
There's Everest.
Yeah.
And he's a Cocker Spaniel.
Yeah, so he gets called Evie or Evan.
Beautiful markings on him.
Yeah, got good colours.
Beautiful markings. You see that?
About 18 months old.
Oh, he's just the late 18 months old?
Yeah. And loves dog parks. Yeah. Loves rolling in the dirt and getting chased. Yeah.
And loves finding muddy patches, I expect, Matt.
Yeah. Bring that home, you know?
Yeah. And is this the first dog you've had?
We had 2 of those for the last 15 years.
So you've always been a spaniel?
Yeah.
Yes, I adore spaniels.
Actually. Yeah.
When I was young, I had golden spaniel back home in Wales. And they're gorgeous dogs.
Yeah.
They're gorgeous dogs.
Yeah.
And you live locally?
I live in Newport.
Oh, right. Well, there you are.
Hill over the other side.
He lives where Steve lives. We had a friend of mine, Steve, here earlier on. He lives in the Avenue up in Newport. Okay, yeah. So there we go. Newport is just behind us. And People here all live pretty locally. I live in Bayview, or I'm from Avalon.
Yeah.
So it's rather a top spot. All right, Matt. Well, thank you very much. Give them a wave. There we are. That was Matt, and I appreciate your time. Thank you so much. Okay, bye-bye. Have a look at this on the internet if you want to.
Thanks, mate.
There we are. Okay, that was Matt. And we've got a gentleman here walking along with this little girl and a lovely bulldog who's got a ball and wants you to throw it for him. You want to throw your ball. There we are. Got a problem. Good morning, how are you?
Good, yourself?
I'm streaming to the world at the moment. About 100 people listening in to me at the moment. They want to see about dogs. It's not a YouTube thing, it's a special... Can you tell us a little bit about your dog?
My dog's an
Do you mind being filmed?
Sure.
What was your name?
Sky.
This is Sky, and he's got his dog, and he's got a lovely little fellow along with him. Is that your son?
Yeah.
And what's your son's name?
Ziggy.
Ziggy. There's Ziggy, and Ziggy's very shy.
Gets shy, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. And Mrs. Pearl, she's an English Staffy. She's 7 years old. I got her from my old man's litter.
Yes.
Had her since she was this big.
Seems very friendly.
Oh, very. Ball obsessed.
Ball obsessed.
Not too worried about the other dogs. Just wants to play ball. So
There we are.
easy.
There we are.
Bring her down here, give her some space, and she just runs and runs.
Great. Well, thank you very much indeed. A lovely dog. And
Enjoy the sunshine.
shy. Yes, well, we're going to wander down for a coffee now. Okay. Thank you very much. Enjoy yourself. So there we are. We'll get a last look at the dog park. You can see plenty of people down here. Most of them know each other. They're all having a good chat at the same time as the dogs get to know each other. And we'll probably meet a few more dogs on the way down to the coffee shop. I want to show you these boats by here. These are please. I'm in the shade. Hello, mate. Hello. What a beautiful dog. Good morning. I'm actually streaming to the world right now.
Okay.
Have you got a minute to be on camera?
No.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. This is dragon boat racing, and that's what they look like when they are in action. It's a great way to keep fit. It's a very popular event here in Sydney. That's what they look like, and the dragon boats are here. There they are. A few of the boats just left down here. I'm going to wander through the trees now. It's nicer in the shade. See, it's a winter's day today, but it's a beautiful day. It's winter, and yet we have actually got quite a nice sunny day. Right ahead of us, looking ahead, that's a barge and a crane. And this vessel goes around the harbour and is able to move cars and do work, carry goods to some of the outlying properties. Many of the properties on Pittwater don't even have a road access. They only get access by water. So there we are. It looks like it's here to pick something up or take something away. And then walking down McCar's Creek, over here you can see rescue boats. This is the Marine Rescue New South Wales service They're around all of the different shores, spot wharfs, jetties around the New South Wales coast, and their job is to help out vessels in distress, or go to emergencies, ensure that boats are complying with the rules on the water, that sort of thing. And we've got two of them moored here, New South Wales rescue vessels. Oh, look at what we've got here. There's a pelican for you. Now, we do see pelicans down here. There's one right there in the water now. Can you see it? I'm going to push in on it. There we are. The beautiful pelican. Obviously out for a bit of a fish. You can add that to my birds in my back garden tour from yesterday, although we wouldn't see pelicans in my garden. There you are, do you see the little pelican? There we are. Probably waiting for a fishing boat to come in to see what handouts it can get. Is he looking for Nemo? There we are. Pelican. And then we're going to be walking down that way. All right, I hope you're enjoying the tour. And I hope you've been enjoying. We've got another dog just come to say hello. Hello, mate. Morning. How are you? I'm just filming, doing a stream, actually, a live stream to people overseas. Would you be interested in talking? No, that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. You're not feeling too good? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, you take it easy. I hope you get better soon. All right. Okay, all the best. So you can see there's a bit of activity down here on the shoreline. This is where people bring their boats to launch them into the sea. There goes the pelican over the water, and there's some absolutely beautiful houses there on the other side of the water. You can see. So a very desirable place to live. No question of that. All right, we're going to wander down to the Unedited Park and a coffee shop called the Flying Fox Cafe. And we get down there, and that's where I'll finish the tour. You want a postcard of me? Yeah? Is that what you're asking for? All right, let's... well, you must be a glutton for punishment. There we are. That's me. There we go, that's me. All right. We're going to wander down to the park beside the creek here now. So we may run into a few dogs on the way, but enjoy the coolness of the bush and the trees. In the summer, particularly, we relish shade because it can be very unbearable otherwise. So a good path with shade is very... Hello, how are you? Morning. Is very much to be cherished. And by the way, if you do take any good postcards, even the one of me, please send it to me or put it on my Facebook page. I'm going to give you an image of my Facebook page now. There it is. If you have a look at that, or take take a shot of that, you'll see at the bottom of that sheet, of that card, it shows my Hago Facebook address. Morning. How are you, gentlemen? How are you? I'm actually streaming to the world right now, believe it or not, through this. I've got about 150 people listening to me, mainly in Canada and North America. And I'm showing them the dogs. Do you mind being on camera?
Yeah, you put her on camera.
What about you?
I don't mind.
Yeah. What's your name, sir?
Simon.
Simon. This is Simon. You see Simon there? They'll say hello to you.
Hello.
And your dog?
It's named Aki.
This is Oki. And what's
Japanese Akita.
There we are. Oki, the Japanese Akita. What a beautiful dog. And they're saying Simon, hello, Oki. Is that U-C-K-Y?
Sorry?
How do you spell his name?
OKI.
Oh, okay.
It's short for Okinawa.
It's short for Okinawa.
It's a Japanese island.
So
She comes from a long line of show dogs and like international show dogs. So she's
it's spelled O-K-I, people, not U-C-K-Y.
U-C-K-Y.
No, O-K-I. Short for Okinawa.
Okinawa, that's right.
There we are.
Yeah.
There we are. They wanted to see that. How old is Oki?
Aki's 3.
3. So
She's
Oki's
3 years old. Yeah.
does
Camera shy, I think.
bit camera shy.
Aki,
Probably wants to get to the park.
just give her a whistle or something. Aki, who's that?
Hello, there we are.
There we are. Aki, over there.
Who's this? Oki. Gets a lot of what beautiful eyes are there. There we are. That was Oki. Isn't she beautiful? Beautiful dog. Out for a walk. Probably wondering why she's not getting to walk. She's standing still. Look at her lovely pink tongue. All right. And this gentleman, thank you very much, Simon.
Mostly Canadians.
Can I speak Canadians and Americans?
Oh, yeah.
This gentleman, what's your name, sir?
Rob.
Rob, doesn't he look right for the job of cycling? This is Rob.
Well, I'm a windsurfer, but I just use the bike to go from A to B. So
Where do you windsurf?
everywhere.
Everywhere.
And I'm out here a lot of the time. I'm doing the winter series here with Royal Prince Alfred. I'm winning that. For an old man, not too bad.
You're doing very well. You don't look too old to me.
Well, it's easier here than it would be in Canada, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there are places in Canada they windsurf. I'm a particular fan of a place called...
There's plenty of places.
Yeah, I live in a place called Tofino, which is on the Vancouver Island, which is a great surfing spot, which we do tours to as well.
Well, we get on very well with that. We get along very well with Canadians, so we have a similar history and everything else. So.
Well, I think we've got some Canadians here. Can you put your hands up if we've got Canadians here? I'm pretty sure we have. We usually do. I'm just looking to see. There we are.
I remember going 30 years ago to Hawaii, and I teamed up with a Canadian guy. We had the time of our lives.
And we got Heidi in Alberta, Canada. How about that?
Hey, Heidi.
Lorna? Hi. There we are. So that's Rob. He's on his way. Where's your windsurf? Not today.
At home.
At home.
Now I'm having in winter. It's only once every 3 weeks out here.
All right.
There's four to five races now. So it's
Oh, you race as well?
yeah, that's what I'm into. The racing.
Very good. Very, very good.
Windsurfing for fun, no, not anymore. But the racing is like chess on water, and you
Excellent.
combine that with windsurfing. It's a good workout and it's fun.
I bet. Good
mentally and physically.
good for the arms as well.
Good for your neck,
Yeah.
upper back. If you've got a back problem, then it's if you've been windsurfing for a while, it's good for your back. But if you're learning and you've got not a good back, then that's not so good.
All right, Rob. Thank you very much. I'm going to keep walking. Good meeting you, and good luck with all your competitions.
Yeah, well.
All right. They're saying thank you very much.
I hope to get to Canada one day. So.
I hope to get to Canada one day. There we are. He'll get. I think he will. I'm sure he will. Bye bye, Rob. All right, we'll keep walking. That was Rob. People are very friendly generally. Good morning. How are you? All right. And please don't forget, leave a review at the end if you haven't followed me yet. I'd really appreciate that. And if you, hello, if you leave a review, and if you're able to leave a tip, I would appreciate that. Very much all the tips go to a very good cause, a local charity here in Sydney for children with cancer. All right, let's. You can see the beautiful park we've got here now. This was once a swamp, and it's been reclaimed about 100 years ago. So it's now a park and a dog park, a walking area, a beautiful creek. And as you'll see as we go over the bridge down here, you'll see another lovely area for sitting and children playing and so on. Okay. To reposition myself here. Clever. Hi Loretta, thank you for joining us. A lovely glimpse behind me there of the water. Into the forest I go to lose my mind and free my soul. Yes, Alexis, well we call it a bush here. We call it the bush, not the forest, but I know exactly what you mean, and you're absolutely right. It's a very relaxing place to be. You have the bird life, and of course lots of small animals here too. They tend to hide, keep out of the way. There's a little creek off a creek. There's a bit of water there because we've had a lot of rain recently, although the land soon dries out. And you can see the hello, how are you?
Hello.
Have you got a second?
A second?
Yeah, I'm streaming to the world right now.
Oh,
This isn't YouTube. This is for people around the world who in this particular case, there's about 120 of them here.
Right.
Hello, yeah, they're all there. I can see me. I've been showing them the dogs in the park.
Oh.
Would you mind telling us a little bit about your dog? What was your name, first of all?
Marcia.
Do you mind being on camera?
No,
This is Marcia. Look, there she is. She's got a big smile. And Gloria in Southampton, North Carolina, said hello.
Oh,
and
lovely.
What sort of dog have you got? What type of dog is that, Marcia?
I have a greyhound.
Oh, wow.
And he's a rescue greyhound.
What does that mean, Marcia?
Well, he's a rehomed greyhound. So he was a racing dog for 5 of his living years. And I've had him for 4.5 years. And he's the most beautiful animal ever.
Alexis says hi from Texas.
Oh, hi, Alexis. This is Mr. Bosie.
His name is Mr. Bosie.
Mr. Bosie, and I think he earned $40,000 in his racing career.
Wow.
I'm not condoning that industry at all.
No.
But he cost me $75, and it's the best $75 I've ever spent.
Of course.
So highly recommend a good old greyhound.
Here we are.
Yeah, what a lovely idea.
Mr.
Bosie.
Mr. Bosie. If you can see this on, guys, I'm just telling Marcia about Hago. This is Hago, a hat.
Right.
All of the guides are pretty much volunteers around the world. They're in every centre in the world you can.
Right.
And I take tours around Pittwater mainly because I live at Avalon.
Right.
So I do this. The tours are free. Although people can leave tips if they're so inclined, but the tips are free, and people can talk to me, and they can see where I'm going. So yesterday I invited them all to my back garden. They saw all the parrots in my garden, and today it's dogs.
And they're seeing beautiful Pittwater.
Beautiful Pittwater. So the name of your dog is Mr.
Bosie.
Mr. Bosie. There he is. There's Mr. Bosie. A beautiful dog, a wonderful racer when he was racing, and now he's a loved dog for Marcia.
And spends a lot of time on my couch. And walking in beautiful Pittwater.
A very fortunate dog. Marcia, thank you so much for talking to us. Say goodbye to the people. They appreciate it very much. Have a look at Hago on the internet. It's great.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. All right, that was Marcia. We're going to keep walking down this path. Morning.
Morning.
Hello, how are you? And you'll see through the trees there the main park, the People's Park. We were at the dog park before. Now we're looking through to the People's Park. Just through there, we'll head over there. We're going to cross that bridge you can see there. And that's where I'll be stopping at what is called the Flying Fox Cafe. And I have a coffee there. And you can make a coffee or a cup of tea or a glass of milk, whatever it is you fancy is, and we can have a chat until the battery runs out, I suppose. I've got nothing else to do apart from this today. I've got a pretty easy schedule, so we'll go and have a cup of coffee, shall we? And you can leave exactly when you wish. Otherwise, I'll keep chatting and answering. As long as you answer me questions, I'll be happy to ask them. Iced tea or Diet Coke? All right, it's very warm for you over there. And I'm sorry to hear that a lot of you are doing it tough with the weather. The cafe's name is the Flying Fox Cafe. I'll show it to you in a minute. We'll be almost there. It's named that partly because there's a children's playground right next door which has a flying fox in it. So looking down off the bridge, that's part of the park. You can see the children playing in the sand. Children are back at school, but those children look too young to be at school yet. Maybe they go part of the day. And looking around, this is McCar's Creek. It looks very placid and beautiful at the moment, and it is. But once upon a time, you went back 120, 130 years, there were many rogues and vagabonds living in this area. They were convicts who had escaped from Sydney. They'd been brought to Sydney to as sentenced to transportation from Britain, and then they had found their way up to this area. They were trying to escape to China, but they found once they got this far that there was nothing but water. So they settled here. They got involved in bringing in contraband and various other nefarious activities, and they were quite bad, so much so that they had to, the authorities in the middle of the 19th century had to put in custom house at Pittwater, and they had to generally police the area because there was a lot of violence. It was really like the Wild West, and just this was the Wild North. And but today, of course, we are able to enjoy the beautiful McCar's Creek. We're lucky to have quite a high tide at the moment. It will get higher, but it is a very special place, and special so that we can bring our dogs here as well. As enjoy. There's a little heron. See it on the waterline there. I'll try and pan into it. You see the, where is it? You see the heron there on the water's edge. And I think I saw something in the water making bubbles before. In fact, there it is again. I'm not sure what it is, but there are definitely fish out there to be caught. All right, let's keep walking. Good morning. And here we are. All right, I'm going to get a table just out here. Good morning.
Morning.
All right, just going to sneak through here. And oh, look, there's some more dogs here. There's dogs everywhere in this place. I'm going to dump my bag here. Bear with me while I go and get a coffee. I'll sit these up so you can get a good look at and just give me a few moments, folks, while I go and get myself a coffee, and I'll be back. All right. Right. Now, some of you may... there we are, I'm back. I'm here, I've got my coffee, it's coming, and do you remember Anne? We spoke to her earlier on at the dog park. I've just been talking to her again, and she's asked me for more information on Hago, so I'll give her that when we leave. No, I just went to get a coffee, Alexis. We're sort of close to the end of the tour, but I am happy to talk to you for longer and sit here while I drink my coffee. And as long as the battery keeps going, I'll be here to talk to you. We are I'll show you where we're at right now. Well done, Alexis, that's great. Let me just show you where we are. This is the Flying Fox Cafe. As you can see, thank you very much. We are outdoors. The park is through there. The water is just through there. And next door, the surfboards, yeah, I didn't notice that. Just next door is a park where the children's park, which is rather nice as well. I'm very careful about filming near children's parks. You have to be, you have to be very careful about that. Where do we get the Hago gear? Oh, right. Well, I think you get it on There we go. Here you go. You see that? And I've also got it on my shirt, back of my shirt as well. I won't stand up now. The hat. I think you can you get them from the merchandise area of Hago. That's where I got mine. You can see we've got some dogs there. I just want to grab a card to give to Anne. Bear with me again. There we go. Alexis, you get it from the merchandise site at put that out there a bit further. There we are. Take my hat off as well. It's just too warm for a hat at the moment. So, Anne, you're right. So, there's Anne. She just came right around with a lovely shirt. A lot of you commented on. Sorry I was late. I met a dog on the way, and there she is with her two. There we are. Come and sit here. Oh,
come over here.
Sit over here if you like. There we are. So we've just been joined again by
and
Anne.
What's your name?
Richard.
Hello, Richard.
I'm just going to spin it round. There you are. You either remember Anne, I'm sure you do because she's a lovely person, but remember her lovely T-shirt as well, which she was proud enough to tell us about. And of course her two dogs. Remember the dogs' names again?
This is Oatley.
Oatley, yes.
And this is Bundy the stud.
That's right, the fortunate stud.
Sit down, sweetie.
Talking about
Father's Day.
And Oatley.
And beautiful Oatley.
And Anne takes them for walks most days.
Every day. He gets 3 walks a day.
There you are. There you are. I told you I'd show you dogs.
So now what are you doing, Richard?
I'm going to look back at what... You can hear me talking. Heidi in Calgary, Alberta said beautiful dogs.
Thank you.
So I'm just going to explain to Anne what Hago is. Essentially, Hago started when COVID set in, and professional guides around the world were no longer able to do tours because people weren't travelling. So a couple of enterprising young men in the UK, a couple of enterprising gentlemen in the UK thought they could set up an app which allowed people tour guides to advertise their tours virtually using one of these, which is called a gimbal, and using their iPhone. And it allows people to go on those tours in real time, book for them in advance, and do the tours. And they can see on the screen what time it is their time. So I'll run a tour and say it starts at 9 a.m. But I'll know that they'll see the tour advertised and it'll be 11 p.m. their time, or whatever it is. So they can book for the tour. I hope I'm explaining this right. People listen in if I get anything wrong. It grew. And I actually went on a few of the tours as a Voyager because I thought it was a great idea. I went to Cape Town once and New York City once.
Sitting in your own home.
Sitting in my own home. I could literally sit in bed if I wanted to.
Yeah.
That's how it started. And then I thought, well, look, I live in a beautiful place. I'm semi-retired. I still have a business, which I can do in my own time. I'm a genealogist.
Yes, I see that here. That's interesting.
So genealogy means that I have to sit down a lot at my desk, obviously doing research. So I thought, I'll run a few tours and see how they go. So I bought a very cheap version of this gimbal, and I did 1 or 2 tours, which went all right, but the gimbal was shaking and it wasn't good. So I liked doing it, and so then I thought I'd do a few more and get a proper gimbal, which this one is. And it's much better to control and so on. And it's much smoother for the people watching it. They don't tell me that I'm shaking the camera around anymore. And so now the people, I have about 360 followers. Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. My coffee just arrived, guys. I've been talking about this coffee all morning, so I haven't had it yet. 360. I'll point the camera back at the dogs again because I know that's what you want to really see. There we are. There's Anne.
Not me.
They won't see you too. But there we are.
Yeah.
There you are.
Oatley.
There's the dogs.
Yeah.
There you are.
Hey, beautiful.
So, there's that. He looks a bit tired.
He's very tired. He's going to have a bath.
Oh, lovely.
Anyway, yes.
So I built up more tours, and I do about one, maybe two a week. So I've still got plenty of other things to keep me busy.
Is this all around Sydney?
No, the only time I ever go to Sydney, I went down there for the Vivid tour.
Oh, that would be
Yeah,
beautiful.
and then I do once a month. I go on the Manly Ferry, pretty much straight over, walk around, look at the Opera House, Harbour Bridge,
excellent,
and then back again.
Yeah.
So I'm not away too long because I don't like leaving this area too much. So it's all Pittwater.
I agree.
I go to the lighthouse. I go to the basin. We do a sunrise tour, which means I have to get up very early to watch the sunrise at Palm Beach, which is rather lovely. What else do I do? I think that's the main one. So I go to my favourite beach, which is Bilgola. With my house used to overlook Bilgola Beach, so I like that beach. So that's what I'm doing. It's a lovely day out for me.
Do you get advertisers? I mean, you could get
advertisers.
Okay.
I don't do it.
You don't.
Personally, I don't do it to make money. They are able to tip me if they wish. All the tips that I get go. 40% goes to Hago, the organiser, to pay for their costs, and the other 60% that I get, I give it to the Starlight Foundation. So they have that. I'm very comfortably off. I'm not wealthy, but I'm fine. I don't need. I have a house. I'm on a mortgage. I live well. I don't need the money. I couldn't imagine what to do with it anyway. So I give it to that. I adore it. You can read more if you go and have a look at my Facebook page there, Pittwater Playground. There's some lovely stories and comments from people. Yeah. I'll share one with you if I may. You're all getting this still. We're chatting away with Anne here and the dogs. I did a trip across the basin, and I go across quite early.
Yes, I know that.
And the basin, when you get there, it's usually pristine because nobody else is there at 9 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. And I went for a walk. One of the parts of it I went to was down onto the sand. And the sand was pristine and hadn't been walked on. And a lady wrote to me, one of the Voyagers later, and I think she lived in Detroit. And she said to me that she had been incapacitated for many years and hadn't been able to walk for many years. But she said, when I stepped down onto the sand, I could feel the sand between my toes. Isn't that wonderful? So that's the sort of reason, that sort of feedback is so important to me. That's what keeps me doing it. The pleasure it gives people. There's a lot of very smart people on these tours. They tell me about dogs, or they tell me about things.
So it's not just all about dogs.
No. This happens to be today's dog tour. Yeah. Normally, it's not all about dogs, but I noticed they like seeing dogs.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, I always say Bayview is my happy place. It's everyone's happy down there. The dogs are wonderful. They're all having a sleep now.
Is Anne there? You can hear what she's saying. I've got the.
And we're just lucky to finally have some fine weather, because I think we're a little bit over the rain and the wet.
Thank you. Postcards. Thank you, Heidi. I'd love to get some postcards from you. The other thing they can do is they can take the picture that I'm showing them and press a button on this screen. It's called a postcard. So they can take a picture of what I'm showing them.
Really?
So literally they could photograph you right now if they wanted to. And then that's a record for them of the tour. And often they send me the best ones.
Isn't that fabulous?
For the tour.
How many people would you have watching?
I've got
about
100 people on this tour
who are watching you at the moment, and it's from all over the world.
219 people here. Is that right?
Gosh.
Oh, apparently there's a lot more than I thought today. There are a lot of them being very quiet. There's a lot of very shy people out there.
Or they just quite happily sit there and have their breakfast or their dinner and watch it.
Send me your reviews, folks. Let me know that you're there. And, of course, if you are able to send me a tip, I would very much appreciate it. It goes to a very good cause. And and if you're not yet following me, how about following me, guys? Let me know that you're there. I want to get 300 followers by the end of August if I can. So that's how it works. It's lovely.
I've never heard of it, and I think it's a great idea. And as a genealogist,
yes. Well, I can talk to you more. I'm going to say goodbye to these people now, and I can talk to you more about that later. All right, folks. I'm going to put the camera back on me now. We've been. We are. We've been going for much longer than we thought we were going to go, haven't we? And my battery will start to run out soon as well. So look, folks. I'm going to say goodbye. Goodbye, Alexis in Texas. Goodbye, Heidi in Alberta. Thank you so much for being here today. I hope you've enjoyed seeing all the dogs. I've enjoyed showing you around. Steve enjoyed it too. There's a chance for me to say goodbye to Steve because he's off to Europe next week. Please let people know about my tours. I'll be doing the next one. I think is going to be Summer Bay tour next week. We're going to go. That may not mean a lot to the Americans here because Summer Bay is a TV program that's popular in the UK. But I'll be doing another tour very, very soon and have a look at the various ones I offer, and I'd love to see you on them. So in the meantime, I know you're probably all of you about to go to sleep. I hope I haven't put you to sleep. All off to sleep now. I'm going to say good night to you, sleep well, and we'll see you around very soon. Don't forget Hago. We love you. Bye-bye.
Signing out. Richard has left.